Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about spring summer 2019 trends, something I am very excited about and something that I've never made a video about, made a blog post about. So this is very fun. I have a whole list of trends written out right here in my bullet journal. So I'm going to walk you through the ones that I like, show you guys some photos of the trends in use on the runway, in real life, that kind of thing. And we'll just make our way right through them. So the first trend I want to talk about is the tie-dye trend. This is a trend that we saw all over the runway in kind of like a California surfer vibe, but almost like a very literal one in a lot of the cases. There was lots of wetsuits being transformed into dresses, surfboards making their way down the runway. And so tie-dye kind of goes right along with that in that kind of California surfer vibe. We also saw tie-dye in kind of like a rocker chic hippie-ish look from people like R13, and then we also saw it in more of a modern way, which was the kind of way that I think I would wear tie-dye. So for example, my favorite tie-dye piece that I've seen so far was definitely from Prada, and it was a tie-dye Prada bag. Very beautiful. But I also really appreciated tie-dye being done on runway shows like Christian Dior with a matching skirt and button-down shirt in a very Christian Dior manner. The next trend I want to talk about is feathers and fringe, essentially things that just hang off your clothing. They are both being seen quite a bit. I would say feathers a little bit more so. Feathers was one trend that was so widespread among so many runway shows, whether it was on the hems of jackets and pants or done as basically a shirt itself on Adam Selman. We definitely saw quite a bit of fringe on the runway, but one fringe piece that I am the most excited about is from the brand Ellie Mae. So Ellie Mae hasn't released this jacket yet, and I've only seen the photo because I follow one of the girls, Lindsay, that works for Ellie Mae, and it is a bright yellow leather fringe jacket. It is so beautiful. I feel like I've seen photos of multiple colors of this jacket too, so I'm very excited to see when those finally do come out. But I'm gonna say it's probably the jacket of my dreams. Just putting it out there, very casual jacket of my dreams. Print clashing is another trend that we're seeing this spring summer, and it is definitely a fun one. I personally love print clashing done with separate pieces and just wearing like a plaid with a polka dot with a heart covered and star covered, just mixing it all together. But we're definitely seeing print clashing done in one garment, so different panels of different fabric being sewn together to make this one garment, and I think it is definitely a beautiful thing. The queen of print clashing, in my opinion, is Megan Ellaby here on YouTube, so I will definitely link her down below so you guys can check her out. If print clashing interests you, she is definitely a great inspiration for that. She is always wearing many prints at once. Suiting is definitely another trend going into spring summer 19, but I don't think it's a new trend. We've definitely seen it continue on from the past seasons, but now that suiting is definitely just getting a little bit more bright, a little bit more fun. Currently in stores right now, I've seen a lot of bright corduroy suits, but I am expecting fabrics to get a little more lightweight for the spring summer time and to remain very bright in color. I personally am having a suit moment. I am obsessed with suits. All I want to wear every single day is suits. My favorite way to wear a suit is definitely very casual. I like taking a typically formal outfit and making it just super laid back with like a baggy skate tee and a pair of sneakers and then like a nice leather purse. I feel like wearing a suit like that casually is definitely just like me embodied in clothing. Cycling shorts are going nowhere. Princess Diana came in with her cycling shorts as the inspiration last year, and she has not left the building. She, I feel like, is going to be a constant inspiration for everyone moving forward in life. And the cycling shorts, I really feel like they hit home for a lot of people. They are a great layering piece. I typically like wearing something a little bit longer over top of them, like a longer blazer and then belted in. But I do think they make a great alternative to a denim short, because I feel like a while we were like really trapped in the idea of only wearing vintage Levi's denim cut-off shorts. And we need options. I feel like the cycling short is a really nice alternative to something like a denim short, so you're able to mix it up a little bit and it is mad comfortable. Also been seeing a lot of utility on the runways, and whether this is like military inspired or fisherman inspired with like the little fisherman vests. It's out there and it's everywhere. I really do love the utility style, and I especially love the boiler suit. I'm a huge fan of boiler suits, especially vintage ones, but if I could recommend one new one to you, it would be the Shy Boy suit by Iris Denim. It is stunning. The fit is perfect. It comes in black and it comes in white, and I feel like they mentioned that they may be producing more versions of it, maybe a sleeveless one. I don't know, keep our fingers crossed. It's so well made, made in Canada. So if you cannot find yourself a vintage one, at least go try on the Iris Denim one. You won't regret it. The color yellow is a huge trend for spring summer 19. In fall winter 18, we saw a surge of brights. I would say definitely the neons, and particularly neon green. And I feel now as we're moving season to season, we're not ready to drop the bright color trend, but we're just moving on to something new. So yellow is such a bright and happy color, and I really feel like it makes sense. So I think we'll be seeing a lot more of that kind of in stores everywhere. Alyssa in the City recently went to Copenhagen Fashion Week and wore a beautiful all yellow outfit, and I feel like if you want to dive headfirst into the yellow trend, take some inspiration from that look because it was a good one. Another trend that has maintained itself from last summer and moving right into this summer is the polka dot. I've seen polka dots in a lot of the fast fashion stores all over blouses and stuff, but they're just going to continue on, and I feel like they'll probably have more impact this time around. For me personally, polka dots aren't a pattern that I'm typically drawn to in apparel, but I do really love it in accessories. So whether it's a bag or a pair of boots, it's definitely something I can get behind. Or if anyone happens to know of a white leather moto jacket with black polka dots, I could see myself getting into that. Moving into the accessory field, the first trend I feel is the most obvious of this current moment, and that is hair clips. Last year we definitely saw an increase in bobby pins. People just covering their heads in bobby pins, pinning back their bangs. They were everywhere. And now just kind of growing on that trend is definitely the hair clip. There are so many brands coming out with beautiful plastic colorful hair clips. The rule of thumb I think when it comes to this trend is more is more. Fit as many hair clips as possible on your head. My favorite hair clips as of right now are coming from a brand here in Toronto called Neophyte, I believe that's what it's called. And she's hand making everything. She's spelling out little cute words. She's covering them in shells and stars and pearls, and they're just adorable. I've picked up a few of the heart pearl clips, and they are very cute, and they make me feel 5 years old when I wear them, and I'm not mad about it. The double bagging trend. So it is pretty much exactly what it sounds, and that is wearing multiple bags at once, specifically two when it comes to the phrase double bagging. So this is something that we definitely saw on the runway. Chanel had like the two crossbody bags almost pinned together in like a harness style, where they had like a little leather clip in the middle holding the two straps. Loewe carrying a small leather bag over top of a huge crochet bag. And this has got to be one of my favorite accessory trends. I'm curious as to what you guys think. In my opinion, I could see this trend coming based on the micro bag trend that we saw last year, where the bags were so small you could literally only fit a lip gloss in. So maybe the second bag is coming as a necessity to carry your like real belongings, your keys, your wallet, your phone, all that stuff that you can't actually fit in the micro bag. Or is double bagging happening as like a trickle up effect from the streets? Because I feel like so many people on Instagram are carrying like 4 bags on either arm and like Instagramming like their bag lady chic look, and making it look really cool. So I could definitely see it coming up in that sense, and designers really taking note, and then just doubling up bags. Platform shoes is another trend for spring summer 19, and I feel like that's another one that's kind of continued on through the past seasons and right up until now. I've definitely seen a lot of platform sneakers over the past little while with the 80s Angels. JW Anderson just came out with their platform Converse, and we've seen quite a few other collaborations especially that are doing platform styles. Now this season platforms are not strictly sticking to sneakers, they are making their way through heels and dressier sandals, all that kind of stuff. And for me, the Miu Miu platforms just really hit home for me. Miu Miu does such beautiful whimsical shoes, and adding a platform to any of those little satin numbers just makes everything so much more beautiful. Now I am 5'8", and my goal in life has always been to be 5'11". When I was a baby, the doctor told my mom that I was going to be 5'11", and so my mom told me, and so my entire life growing up I was just like, I'm going to be 5'11", and the doctor said so there's no questioning it. And when I didn't hit that mark, I was a little disappointed. So I am more than happy to make up for that lack of height with platforms. I own a few pair of platforms already, looking over at my shoe collection, and I'm more than happy to add more to that collection. The extra large bag. So that is another bag trend that we were seeing this spring summer. And again, is that related to the micro bag? Is this like the pendulum swing? We're going from teeny tiny bag all the way to the opposite end to as big of a bag as you can carry, so you can fit essentially your entire life in that bag. I don't know, but I am not mad at it. I am a huge fan of always carrying a massive bag, massive tote. I almost always am carrying my notebook and a big pencil case with me, because I'm 5 years old, and I feel like if I want to carry anything else aside from that, I do need a very, very large bag. So I am just a-okay with this trend being a thing because it's just practical. Reissue bags is another huge one that we're seeing as of now, and a very exciting one. I think it's always fun to get a little bit nostalgic and bring back the bags of essentially like your teenage years or whatever it was, the bag that you were lusting after when you were a teenager. So we've definitely seen the Dior saddlebag, which is so iconic. I'm absolutely obsessed with that bag. And I remember when we first started seeing like hints that reissue bags were coming out, I was watching so many people going on eBay and buying up all those really old vintage bags for super, super cheap before the prices spiked because of newfound popularity essentially, and I regret not doing the same, to be quite honest. So like the Dior saddlebag, we've seen the Fendi baguette. It's so fun to be bringing back these old bags because they were so iconic in their time, and I feel like they just deserve more time in the spotlight, another chance at fame. The final trend I'm going to be talking about today is the mule, the backless shoe, if you will. My absolute favorite mule that I've seen so far is the purple Croc Chloe mule. I don't know if I've ever wanted a shoe so badly. I'm literally starting a saving fund immediately for these. They're so gorgeous. So the mule trend is one that we've seen come in and out time after time, and I feel like it's never really a silhouette that you're like, oh, that is so off trend right now. I feel like most brands do make a mule every single season. My one thing that I don't love about mules, and this is speaking completely personally, is my feet are quite narrow. So I'll be wearing a mule or like a slide-on shoe, and I'll be walking down the street, and all of a sudden 20 feet in front of me my shoe goes firing off, and then I have to walk like an idiot barefoot down the street to go retrieve my shoe. It's just, it doesn't always work out for me, but I appreciate the style so much, and I so badly wish that I could wear mules comfortably as every other normal person does. Anyways, those are all the trends that I wanted to talk about today. Please let me know down below what your favorite trends are or what you're looking forward to this spring, summer, and we can get a conversation going down there. And don't forget to subscribe. I am doing my best to post a new video once a week-ish, so keep an eye out for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you want me to do more trend videos moving forward, and I will definitely make that a thing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.